We're back. That's alright, Seek. Have I at any point made it unclear that JRPGs are my preferred genre?
Magical thoughts, all things are real unless you dream they're not. In your dreams, love is the plot, carried on wings of hope.
The game volume itself is just low. It's weird. Yeah, the game volume just seems weirdly quiet on this. Check the option. There's no option to increase the volume for it. I turned the game volume up on OBS. Hopefully that'll be enough. How you doing, Seek? Can't complain.
I don't remember when it started exactly, but the dream of having a fantastic adventure in far-off places grabbed my heart early and is yet to let go. You see, my hero is Dragon Master Dine. Outside my village, there's a monument made in his honor. His adventures were the most fantastic of all, fighting evil, risking death, protecting the goddess Althena. It's all so exciting. One day, I want to have adventures like that. But excitement of that kind is a long way from Berg.
Alex! Oh, Alex! Where are you?
Oh, hello, Null.
Alex, couldn't you hear me? I've been flying all over for the last half hour calling for you. But I should have known you'd be here.
Oh, Null. Where else would I be?
In honor of the great Dragon Master, Dine. I know that Dine was probably the greatest of the four heroes, Alex, but I'm amazed that you never get tired of coming to stare at his dull monument. Oh, shoot. I just remembered. We better go meet Lunar to practice singing. If we're late, she'll be upset.
Boy, you can tell this was originally a Sega CD game, can't you? Oh, sweet. Analog control. but it is 8 directional, so I'm probably stick with the D-pad. Look at that diagonal movement, though. That's amazing.
Hey, Alex. I figured you might be here. Now that the warm weather has melted the ice near the Dragon's Cave, there isn't any time to waste getting started on our big adventure. If we hurry, we may be able to sneak in without waking the dragon. Then we can get a fantastically huge diamond from its lair worth thousands and thousands of silver, making us filthy, stinking rich and very popular in the process.
Okay. Very, like, I was thinking during the opening, like, look at these 90s anime character designs. And think, like, kind of really missed the way anime used to look. Not necessarily that it was better, it was different and we don't see it anymore, and a lot of anime looks very samey these days. But, like, it's also, like, yeah, also, 90s anime voice acting. Is it bad? Not awful. I feel that face. But yeah, these anime cutscene introductions to characters and such, you can feel this was a Sega CD game originally. Hello? I have parents? Ooh, goodies. God damn it, no. Ruining all my fun, stealing from my family. You don't want to smell like a girl, Alex. Remember, kids, drink milk every day and you can grow to be as strong as Dragon Master Dine. Warm spells, cold spells, wind. What kind of crazy weather is this? "15 years ago, I was expecting it to be way longer." Because, oh yeah, Dragon Master Dine of the 4 great heroes. Like, cool, that sounds like a story from, like, centuries ago. No, it was 15 years ago. Oh, okay. Talking to your chicken. Hmm. At some point, it'll probably be worth looking into the changes the working designs made to the game when they localized it. Because we're playing the unworking designs version, reverts all of the changes back to the original Japanese. From far in the past to young adults today. I don't know. I'm more talking about like the whole thing with the four great heroes. You usually think of stuff like that in these games, like the pre-existing great hero adventure as being something that happened thousands of years ago, the last time evil came around, and the world's been at peace for thousands of years.
Alex, you're late again, silly. Were you whittling away the morning at Dine's monument again? Or were you planning more make-believe adventures with Ramus?
Lunar's an interesting series as far as like its releases go. It began on Sega CD with Lunar the Silver Star. And there was Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. And then they both got Sega Saturn remakes. Lunar Silver Star Story and Lunar Eternal Blue. And then those versions got PS1 ports, which were Lunar Silver Star Story Complete and Lunar Eternal Blue Complete. I feel like there's a handheld game in between there somewhere. Then there's Lunar Legend on Game Boy Advance, which is a remake of the first game again. It's worth noting that Lunar Silver Star Story is not exactly the same as Lunar the Silver Star. It's mostly remade. Then it gets another remake on Game Boy Advance as Lunar Legend. And then there's Lunar Silver Star Harmony on PSP, which is another remake of sorts. And then there's Lunar Dragon Song on DS, which is considered to be one of the worst RPGs ever. Which you can boil down to why is it so bad with 2 design decisions, and you won't really need to ask much more of that. Yeah, that's Dragon Song on the DS. After battles, you have the choice. You can either get experience or items. Can't have both. And it costs HP to run on the field map. So you're either walking or you're draining hell. It is stupid. It's why the Lunar series hasn't come back since then. Although I actually heard this morning, I think, like very surprisingly, like, they're doing another release of the first Lunar game. It was very recently. Let's take a look. Remake initially began as Lunar Silver Star story, developed in collaboration between Game Arts and Japan Art Media. Immediately after producing Lunar Eternal Blue for Sega CD in '94, much of the original staff expressed interest in remaking the first Lunar title on current, more advanced hardware. Displeased with many aspects of the original game's design, Game Arts sought to improve the original version to coincide with their initial vision of the project, including more sophisticated animation, better quality CD music, and a more engaging script. While the original game contained roughly 10 minutes of animation produced internally, the remake features 50 minutes of new fully animated cutscenes by Studio Gonzo. For the game's first release on Sega Saturn in October '96, in-game movies could only display in quarter screen and low fidelity due to the system's video limitations. This was corrected for the game's second release in July '97 with the introduction of the Saturn's MPEG card adapter, which allowed for full screen playback at better quality. Both Saturn versions would be published by Kadokawa Shoten. In May '98, Silver Star Story was ported to the PlayStation in Japan, this time by Entertainment Software Publishing. This version, while retaining all the extra features of the second Saturn release, including full-screen movies, was unable to produce the same high-fidelity playback as its video card-enhanced predecessor. Localized by Working Designs, but the surprising thing with this, there it is. I don't know, I saw something about it recently. The surprising thing with Lunar is I feel like almost all the versions had English releases. Working Designs localized 2 Sega CD games. I feel like they might have done the Saturn games, and then they did the PS1 versions. Trail series had a convoluted localization story. Trails in the Sky is kind of interesting in the regard, in that it has one of the largest scripts in a JRPG. And then Trails in the Sky second chapter was much bigger than that. Because it's stuff like, after every major event in the game, every single NPC's dialogue will update. Every NPC. And it's not a short RPG to begin with. And so, Trails in the Sky took a while to be localized. Trails in the Sky second chapter was insane. It took years to be localized. It was originally being done by a small team at Xseed. And there's the story of how the lead localizer almost killed himself over the project. Like, literally almost killed himself because of the project. And the entire reason for all of the trouble with it is just how large the script is. There's so much there. And so I do want to do Trails at some point. I am just, like, very interested in the series. They're supposed to be really good anyway. And I haven't played, like, more than 2 hours of the first Trails in the Sky game. So yeah, Trails in the Sky. The whole localization thing with it, and just Trails in general. It's about the size of the script more than anything, and the fallout of that. I don't think it's as much of an issue anymore. Xseed doesn't localize them anymore. Falcom lets... Falcom has NIS America publishing them now, along with the East series. And NIS America is a much bigger company than Xseed. They're able to have, like, wider localization efforts. Though it's worth noting, though, just... Still, they're working on catching up, but still just how far behind Western releases of the Trails games are compared to Japanese releases. It takes so long to localize because of just how big they are. Trails in the Sky, the first Western release of it was on PSP. And it was like a mid to late era release on PSP. Trails in the Sky first came out in 2004. Not on PC, it had a, not on PSP, it had a, it was a PC game. Like a Japanese PC game. Trails... Guy... Just Windows, yeah. Released on Windows in Japan in 2004. It got a PSP release in September 2006. It wasn't localized until 2011. It's like, that's how big the whole thing is. Trails in the Sky second chapter was one of the last Western PSP releases, because it just took that long to do. And they were able to mitigate the costs to a degree, because it was never going to sell enough on PSP in the West at that time to make back the time and effort spent with localization. But they released it on PC, which really helped. I like Ys. I did a playthrough of Unica's story in Ys Origin a few years back, and I only did Unica's story because it felt like nobody else was interested in it. Like, I was the only one interested in it. So at that point, I was like, I'll do these off stream. I enjoy playing Ys. It's a lot of fun. But with me more knuckling down on RPGs now, like, I'll probably get back to doing Ys at some point. Maybe with Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. But Origin's a good place to start if you want to give it a look, Flame. You can pick up Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles Plus on Steam. And they're great versions. I played Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles on PSP. There's great versions. But they're deliberately kept very true to the original release of the game. So, like, there's no attack button. You attack by running into the enemies. And so you have to try and figure out the best way to run at the enemies so you hit them, but they don't hit you. And it's a lot simpler than it sounds, and you'll get into it really quickly, but it's archaic in that sense. And then there's, most of the other games in the series have remakes. Ys 3, which I think was originally Wanderers of Ys. No, you touch them diagonally. Like, their attack box is in front of them, same as you, so you come at them from the side. But there's a specific way you can do it where you hit them, like there's their face, you hit them, like, diagonal. And you hit them without them hitting you. It's really easy to get the hang of. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I played through both of those, East 1 and East 2. Is East South in Felghana, which is a remake of East 3. East 6, The Ark of Napishtim, has a modern PC release, and it has a PSP release. That release isn't ideal. It's got very long load times. It's based on the PS2 release, the PC and PSP releases. East 4 was remade as Memories of Celceta, which was a Vita game, but has since been released on other systems. You can get that on PC now. East 7 was an original PSP game with PSP. That has a port on PC now, which is nice. East 8, East 9, and East 10 are all more modern games that have been remade with the intent of releasing them into the West anyway. Currently, number-wise, the only East game that isn't available in the West is East 5. And then there's East Origin, which is the... It's mostly unconnected. It's connected to the story of East 1 and 2. And the fall of East. But as a game, like, it's really, really good, really fun, and the soundtracks of the East series are really good. Like, really worth experiencing. Anyway, let's continue with the game we're playing, shall we? Yeah, East is a good series. Fast-paced action RPG series, a lot of fun. The Trails series, Trails in the Sky in particular, I have zero experience with Trails of Cold Steel. But Trails in the Sky is very traditional style JRPG. And they're supposed to be among the best. So like, if you're after a traditional JRPG, which in this day and age, not all that strange to be after something like that. When you've got stuff like Final Fantasy going off to do whatever the fuck it wants, that is and will not do a traditional JRPG. Like, it's really, like, the Trails games are really nice to go to for that kind of thing. And it's worth knowing, and it's worth noting that they came out at a point in the West. They came out at a point where these traditional JRPGs were mostly non-existent anymore. It's not as bad now, especially with stuff like Persona 5 hitting. It's a very traditional JRPG, turn-based JRPG in its battle mechanics. Story-wise, it's really not, and the social simulation puts it in a different category, really. Dragon Quest XI hit, and that's supposed to be as well. And then you've got, like, the indie stuff, like Cosmic Star Heroine, Crosscode, Sea of Stars, that kind of thing, and they've all been very well received. But regardless of traditional turn-based RPG style games not being as rare as they were at the time, it's still supposed to be like a very high level traditional JRPG game. Like, very high quality. And if you're into it, worth looking into. One day I will do it properly. I like Lunar. She's an intelligent, reasonable character. I also really like the way this game looks and feels. Because, like, particularly with you recently, Teak, doing, Suikoden. And Suikoden's got a really decent art style, but a lot of the visual design, and especially the way the characters move and are animated on the field map, feels very stiff. Thanks, Noel. And this feels like a lot looser, and while the character sprites are closer to super deformed rather than the more realistically proportioned sprites in Suikoden, I think this visually ends up holding more appeal. Which one was my house? You just carrying that around just in case? North of Berg, then east around the mountain range. Huh. Is that a save anywhere thing? Right. Alright. If it gets dark while we're in the cave, I'm not gonna know about it. I'll be in the cave. Cool, what are they? HP, MP, revives fainted characters, escape dungeons. Got it. That's an interesting idea to just have a character carry an instrument around so you can use it to listen to any of the music in the game. Goodbye, cow. I have any money? No. Nah, don't be a dick. Hey, how you doing, Squall? Thank you. Because you didn't sing any lyrics, kid. One of the ideas of doing like a year of just PlayStation games is because PlayStation has like a lot of really well-regarded RPGs that I've not played. This is one of them. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How you doing, Squall? A really chunky pigeon. Nope. First playthrough. I don't think this was released in this country. We got the PSP version, Lunar Silver Star Harmony, but I don't think we ever got Silver Star Story Complete. Yeah, we finished this. We'll probably move on to Eternal Blue Complete at some point. Not right after, though. After this is Ace Combat 3. No point in, like, trying to look at what the shop has. I don't have any money. Lunar, I'm 15. One thing that's a topic of division between like, people who grew up playing working designs games is whether or not the pop culture references they'll pepper in the scripts are good. That kid doing Boom Shakalaka and then the Earthquake is most likely a direct reference to NBA Jam. You didn't want to start nothing new, playing Chrono Trigger soon, nice. I do like Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger's good. I haven't streamed Chrono Trigger yet. And because I want to do Chrono Cross at some point this year, because I've never done Chrono Cross, I've never played Chrono Cross. Since I've not streamed Chrono Trigger and we're only doing PlayStation games this year, if I'm going to do it this year, it's gonna have to be the PlayStation version. Start to finish in one sitting. But which ending are you gonna go for? How deep are you gonna go in that? Yeah, if we're gonna like keep the integrity of the year of PlayStation, it has to be the PlayStation version. It's either that or I don't do Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross this year. Alright, so north, then east. Everything that came with the original version of the game could be ironic after 15 hours. Are you doing the PC version? Or are you going to be doing the original Super Nintendo version? PC version, yeah. They said north, right? North and then east. Only because it has the cutscenes, yeah. But you're not going to do any of the, any of the DS stuff, and the stuff that was added in the DS? Maybe afterwards. That's fair. A bunch, like, pretty much all the stuff they added on DS isn't that good. Just the base game. It's fair. The Fire Ring. Alright, first dungeon. Eric's positioning is interesting here. It's not a set lineup of enemies on one side, party members on the other. Ramus over there just jamming on his guitar. Overworld encounters is surprising, though. Like, not random encounters, that's really surprising. Can't use his items in battle. Actually, a point worth looking into real quick, because we're playing the Unworking Designs patch. So it reverts all of the changes that Working Designs made to the game. Every monster in the game is significantly stronger, every source of golden experience is lower, making the game much grindier. Additionally, nerfing a few of the part mechanics like TP costs and raising the prices on some in-game surfaces. Also reworked a few puzzles to make them impossible to solve without brute force, as the in-game hints on them are completely written out or changed being correct, or by buying strategy guide. So yeah, we're using the unworking design patch, which reverts everything in the game to its original Japanese difficulty. We'll see how well that works out. I ended up getting patches to remove changes working designs made to almost every game they put out. Because at the very least, they were known for increasing difficulty for no really good reason. Beyond, from what I've heard, trying to combat the rental market, so you couldn't beat the game in a single rental. But the only working designs game I have extensive experience with is the original Alundra. And so, like, playing through that, and then playing the unworking designs patch, they did... working designs did increase how many hits it takes to kill enemies. And the main example that I use, because it's the one you'll run into first, the slime enemies, like the first enemies you'll see in the game, in the Western release, they'll take 5 hits to kill. Because working designs increased how many hits every enemy takes because of that. In the original Japanese version, they take 3. And so you imagine stuff like that over the course of the entire game. And then stuff as well, like prices being higher in the Western release. Healing being less effective, stuff like that. And apparently it's just across every game, almost every game they put out. So I've got they've got similar patches for like every game, working designs, localized. Oh, that's an enemy. Yeah, if you're interested, Squall, it might be something worth looking into, because it is kind of a fascinating tale of localization. Alright. Yeah, I'll fight you instead. Yeah, generally, like, I've got no issue with their work on Alundra. Like I say, Alundra's the main game I've spent time with that they did. I've had Alundra since I was a kid. And the script for it is really good. Like, I love the localization of it, it's really well done. And they were putting out stuff like this, like, high-quality localizations, script-wise, at a time when that was really not common. And that's absolutely something we have to appreciate. Yes. Because, like, the original Silver Star came out in '94 on Sega CD, and Working Designs localized it for the West, and it was a good script from everything that I've heard. And it's like a good RPG, like a really solid RPG localization in '94. That's crazy. Lunar could not have survived that. That was brutal. Like, we assume green means that that's the max number they can hit. And so Luna has a max of 27 HP. That ice shot the Yeti did 28. Brutal. Everybody attack it. Oh no, oh no. Green is critical damage, white is standard, red is... No, I'm going off the numbers that we have on the health at the minute. Like, we assume Luna's health is at max because the number is green. And so that ice shot did more than her max amount of health. Which is just crazy. Alright. I like the movement speed. Like, you move through these dungeons at a reasonable pace. Or just through the field map, I guess. Essentially a limited amount of movement they can do before the turn has to end. Which is an interesting concept, because it would mean that long range absolutely has serious worth. And adding an element of tactical RPG to it, even though you can't directly control how the characters move. Interesting. Oh dear. Back attack. Okay, so I think the important thing now is to kill the Yeti. Yeah, there it is. Limited movement range. Interesting. That could end up being a problem later on. And it could be mitigated by giving you a radius of your effective combat range before you'll just stop walking. Hmm. Yeah. I'm absolutely a fan, though, of the idea of reducing the grind in this. If working designs artificially increase the amount of grind this game's got. Then I'm absolutely a fan of reverting that back to how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that ice shot's just brutal. Thanks for coming to us. Required grinding is something that's probably a little too prevalent in this era of RPGs to begin with. And so for the localizer to turn around and be like, more of that. It's just like, That thing can fly. Yeah, have the melee fighters attack the one that's closest to them. Set number times Alex's level. So, bosses all scale then. Interesting to consider. Which would make grinding even worse in the original Western release. you're there grinding to get stronger, and the bosses are becoming stronger as well as you grind, and the grind's taking so long. Yeah, boss level scaling is such a hit or miss concept. Ah. Wonder what that looks like. So much time grinding at the end. Yeah. I can see that. Whereas if the boss levels are scaled to your level, then it would have had potentially the same level of difficulty regardless of what level you were at. Nice. On herb. I wonder if these enemies respawn as we're leaving. Good damage, everybody. Yeah. The specific positioning and range of attacks feels like it will come into play as an important element of strategy later on. Within the response to the lead dungeon. I was thinking that. Which I'm not against. It makes dungeon exploration a lot more appealing as a concept. Leave, full heal, come back. Yeah, that's something I was reading when I was just checking up on it. That a bunch of the changes that Working Designs put into it, especially with the increased grind, largely amounted to just running around near a healing statue and healing when you need to as you did the grind. Which doesn't sound appealing. It's the kind of thing I've done in other games, but if it's not necessary, then cool, I don't want to do it. I don't know what I was doing. Albino baboon. I appreciate when the enemies come to me. Was really hoping we were strong enough there to take this guy out in one turn. Not quite there yet. But we're getting there. I'm enjoying this so far. Nicely animated too. Awesome. Let's find out what that song does. Recover condition, right. So we've circled back to around where we were at the beginning. Cool. It's a surprising first dungeon layout. It's deeper than I would have expected for a first dungeon. Cool. Yeah, usually a lot quicker. A few rooms, maybe. Or maybe, like, a little bit longer, but with a focus on story or just explaining how the systems work. So this is actually quite surprising. I want to give you a quality game worth your time. I do appreciate a game that doesn't waste my time. There's like so few games these days. I feel like that generally is a problem with trying to get into a new RPG in general. Like, not an RPG made recently, just an RPG you haven't played before. Of, like, the openings usually are quite slow. And knowing that can make it harder to be willing to give it the time that it needs. Though that said, like, some of the best RPGs I've played have been like that. I suppose the real trick is to make the slow opening engaging, while still being slow. So that does still leave the problem on replays. It's stuff like Persona 3, 4, and 5. All of them have slow openings, especially Persona 4. But on the first playthrough, they're introducing you to the world and the characters, and it's really engaging. On the repeat playthrough, you just want to get to the actual game part. Almost falling asleep in the beginning. I can feel that. I've had trouble, like, trying to stay awake playing, like, Digital Devil Saga. Which is a game I do genuinely adore. Really love Digital Devil Saga. Stop it. I feel like sometimes you're just not in the physical state to be super focused on something that isn't constantly requiring something out of you. If you get what I mean. It's like, I'm sat here and I'm genuinely enjoying this game, but my eyes are going a bit... I don't think that's necessarily a problem of the game, so much as just where my head's at right now. And a lot of the time, it's not even about how much sleep you've gotten. What's doing an open shift? Eating 3 tacos with rice and beans. I assume that's rice. Rice and beans. Absolutely hate the feeling, though, when I'm trying to stream something and I'm falling asleep. I fortunately haven't had it happen on camera yet. Times where I was falling asleep while streaming something because I was just that tired. Have been, like, off camera. When I wasn't using the camera. Though at those times I wasn't sleeping that much, generally anyway. You see your character constantly spinning and running into a wall, probably asleep. Yeah, I had that happen. Like, if you go back and watch, like, the Nocturne playthrough, there's several points where my character is running into a wall. And I was on mic with Chance while doing that. While doing that game. And there's at least one point I remember where Chance was like, Chrono, you okay? I was like, fuck. And I was like, yeah, I was just doing a bit of glitch testing or whatever. I wasn't sleeping much at that point generally though, so like that's the main reason of it. Nice. I like that Lunar's strong enough to take out these slimes in a single hit now as well. That's really nice. Huh. This is different. This save everywhere, though, is really surprising.
Who has awakened me from my deep slumber?
Then the game just kind of hitched there.
My friends, you are the first adventurers to visit me in a long time. I am Korg, Tetrarch of the Dragon Tribe. You have journeyed far, and now you have arrived at my lair. It's a journey few have survived. Your mission must be urgent.
No, we were just exploring. Also, we're children. How this dragon isn't flirting with Luna. Oh yeah, the dragon diamond, I forgot about that. Are we just gonna run with the idea that the dragon diamond we're looking for is actually a Korok seed? I appreciate that, thank you. What a nice dragon. Oh god, they've respawned. That's something I remember for next time. Alright, that one's done. Oh, this pathway's clear now. These are new enemies. Oh no. Such a mean long-range attack. Really, Ramus? You wanted to be faster than the monkey that time? And the other one. The problem I generally end up having with encounter systems like this, and I've brought this up before, but I don't remember the last time we played an RPG on stream that didn't have random encounters. Like, when you present the enemies to me on the field like this, I'm kinda compelled to kill them all. When they're random encounters, it's like, cool, deal with every random encounter you get and see how we get on. With this, it's like, okay, here's all the enemies. And if I skip any of them, it's then my fault that I'm not a high enough level at any point. And so you end up with the thing of, like, in the Tales games, like the later Tales games, or back when we did Final Fantasy 13, like, yeah, I was taking on everything. Because if I didn't, then there was nobody to blame but myself for when I wasn't strong enough to take on enemies later in the game. Still needs to finish Symphonia. Still needs to start Symphonia. I played like 5 minutes of Symphonia once, years ago. The earliest Tales game I've finished is... I guess Hearts? I did Hearts R, but the original Hearts release predates, like, Grace's, I think. We'll probably do Fantasia at some point this year. The PS1 port of Fantasia. I'm definitely down for that. Well, this is the Valkyrie profile probably at some point this year. Come on, break one of these down. Threads of Fate I'd like to do this year. Alright, everybody, gang pile. Good work, everybody. Wonder what that one does. Oh, like a charm? Alright. There we go. Good thing I saw one do that earlier. What else are we looking at this year? I want to try that fan translation of Baroque. Ever since I watched that video on it, I'm absolutely fascinated by it. Nice. There we go. Do you have anything else? Take a look at the list. An incomplete list. Um. Azure Dreams would be interesting. Baroque. Blood Omen I want to get to. Breath of Fire 3 I want to give a proper shot. Oh, come on. There we go. Um... Alright, I appreciate popping in, Squall. You take care of yourself, buddy. Have yourself a good day. Still brutal. Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah. Maybe Dragon Quest 7, Dragon Warrior 7, Final Fantasy Origin. Legend of Legaia would be good. Grandia. How do I keep forgetting Grandia? Sona. Actually do Suikoden properly this year. Shin Megami Tensei. Tales of Fantasia. Xenogears. Bunch of RPGs I want to do this year. Really, again? I wouldn't mind doing this so much if directing these things to attack the ice blocks wasn't such a crapshoot. Yeah, this range idea is kind of interesting as a concept. I feel like it could very easily become frustrating. Partly because it feels like guesswork to work out how far is too far. Symbol of heroism. What's in the other one? Come on, keep going. There we go. $500. I'm sorry, silver. That's actually a significant chunk of change. I already fought you twice. Brought the dragon ring. It was a team effort, Nal. Long adventure. Multi-disc adventure. I assume their names aren't actually red, blue, and black, just the same as your name isn't white. Thanks for the heal again. Alright, freshly healed, let's kill everything on the way out. So move on to these guys to work your way over to the albino baboon. We're getting stronger, and that's really good. Like, the fact that its standard attack only does 9 to Alex now is pretty good. But the fact that its ice shot still does so much damage, and that its ice shot is a ranged attack, and that it runs away before it does ice shot is still just a big problem. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, everybody focus on attack right now. So we're looking at everybody having gained 7 levels in this cave by the time we get out. Oh, sweet. I thought the crystals had more health than that. You have the opportunity to hit the second crystal. Fair enough. Yeah, everybody's at level 8 now. That's 7 levels gained for everybody. Yeah, quite a range. Did Alex not attack that turn for some reason? Well, come on. Little bastard. So range is likely going to be something that every character has a different stat with. Every character probably has a different level of range. Come on. I'm walking all the way out. There we go. That'll be an important thing to consider with future party arrangements. If this is a three-character party RPG. Welcome back, Flame. I like that animation. It was a good animation. Nice. The interface is kind of... not very flashy. But I'm liking this. It's not grid-based, no. But there's a limited movement range everybody has. It's not everybody sits in one row and all the enemies sit in another row. Everybody moves around, and so if you target an enemy that's out of the range of that character, they'll move as close as they can and then end their turn. And think of it more like a tactical RPG where you'll move characters into position with it. But you don't have direct control over where and how they move. But then Lunar has a ranged weapon, which doesn't seem to have a range limit. So picking the right target is clearly going to be an important thing later in the game, as enemies become more and more dangerous. And it's something I'm getting into the habit of doing right now. So we'll have Alex attack this enemy that's closest to him. We'll have Lunar attack this one. We'll have Ramus attack this one, which is closest to him. And that one in the back is presumably too far to be able to attack us this turn. There you go. You could argue the smarter idea would have been to have Lunar target the one that couldn't hit us that turn because they're faster than us, so they'd get to move before we do anyway. One thing definitely going to have to keep in mind, there are no save points in this game. You save whenever you choose. Which is a little concerning for me, because it's like, cool, when do I save in these RPGs? At save points, and before I enter towns on the world map. We'll check this again in the morning before we leave. Why is there an English version of Nocturne that Sprite sings even though she's exclusive to Saturn? She's not exclusive to the Saturn version. Sprite is just not in the Western PlayStation release. When Symphony of the Night was localized, they took out two familiars, the Nose Demon and Sprite. And those exist in every other release. They're still in the Japanese exclusive Saturn version, they're still in the PSP version. And even in the Western PSP release, they're still there. What I do? I think there's a trophy tied to it in Castlevania Requiem on PS4. Because the version of Symphony of the Night in that is the PSP version. And it's so blatant. Because if you go into the controller options in the game, it only gives you control bindings for L and R, not L1, R1, R2, L2. So you have to do the combination button press for Mist that you had to do on the PSP version. It wouldn't bother me so much that it's the PSP versions of Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night if they hadn't taken out the remake of Rondo of Blood, which is a genuinely good game. I really like Dracula X Chronicles. Yeah, it's in the second level of Dracula X. It's how I first experienced Rondo of Blood. Because OG Rondo of Blood is also unlockable in there. Like, Dracula X Chronicles is such a good deal. You can still buy it digitally if you have a PSP or a Vita. And it's such a good deal to get, because it's like the remake, the original, and Symphony of the Night. It's pretty good so far, Clem. You've never heard of it because you haven't spent an excessive amount of your life checking out retro games, particularly retro JRPGs. But it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, the main character is also called Alex. Yeah, visually I'm quite liking it. The battle system's been kind of interesting so far in a good way. The audio's really good. If only you had a way to legally purchase this game. I think Lunar Silverstar Harmony, the PSP port of this, is still available on PSN. But I'm pretty sure they redid the voice acting and the anime cutscenes and the localization. I don't know why you'd buy Rule of Rose, it's awful. Was it me? It might have been me. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Listen, I think conceptually Rule of Rose is interesting, but it's not interesting enough to deal with how bad of a game it is. Yep, Maribia. Shopkeeper said. I'm not selling my copy of Haunting Ground. You know how much that goes for now? I'm not selling it. Not yet. Yeah, sure, I'll probably go with you. I need to go on an adventure anyway, apparently. No. We're not going right now, we're going tomorrow. Ramus, she came with us to the Dragon Cave. It's not about her trying to prevent us having fun. She doesn't want us to get hurt, and she wants to be there to make sure that we don't. Niall, don't you start. I don't agree to this. Like, at all. I'm going home. Said we'd leave tomorrow. Lunar, they tried to take me on an adventure without you. Look how sad she is, Ramus. You knew the dragon was called Quark? God, you could have been one of the 4 heroes. You could have been one of the 5 heroes. Yeah, thanks for popping in, Clint. You take care of yourself, buddy. Have yourself a good time. Remember to casually text, like, keep the stream open and casually write, like, very sneakily, casually, write down any trivia questions you don't know the answer to. Alright, we have to leave now, then I'm buying weapons. Why does Alex turn his back? Oh, okay. Alright, cool. We are equipped. We'll buy some poison darts just in case. Also, yes. There we go. I was like, Nars getting jealous there. Alright, and we're off. Weird woods. Hmm. Yeah, it was your idea to go now, Ramus. And to not have Lunar with us. I bought him that equipment as well. Somebody has to know how to deal with it. Right, Ramus, just stay here. Yep, seems to be the case. No, it's not that he's smart, not cowardly. He made a smart decision out of cowardice. Anyway. That's very fair. Mother, I must go. Oh, cool, thank you. She's apologizing for being upset, but we're not apologizing for not telling her. Maybe one day we'll find out what Gnarl is. Kind of weird we don't have a bed for Gnarl or anything. Like a little cat bed or something. Also, like, as amazing as the game looks, the only thing they've really done to suggest that this is a nighttime thing is darkened the colour. Like, just darken the screen. That is very clearly still a daytime screen. You can see the shadow off the tree from the sun. Hmm. Right, she'll take good care of me. She better, she's the healer. Yeah. Alright, let me check if the equipment I got for Lunar is any good. Excellent. Let's sell off the other stuff. So Luna can't use a shield, but we can give her a sword, which is interesting. Hmm. Alright, let's get going on our adventure. Ramus said he'd be waiting by the gate. Let's go talk to Ramus's father. Fair enough. Does anybody have any info about that? Many magic users, you say? Based on how Quark looked, I've already considered the possibility that Nal might be a white dragon. Cool, but both of you have to have traveled through... Oh. Both of you have to have traveled through the Weird Woods. How did you do it? Hmm. Drop a save. Alright. Well, the fog hasn't let up any. Hmm. Curious. Alright, so I got that chest. Let's fight this bush. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's really not good. Just a standard attack. Another antidote. A mushroom. Scythe spore. Yeah, so we have Lunar and Ramus both focus on this one. Great, these guys can poison it as well, because of course they can. Does poison remain after battle? That's an important question to ask in every new RPG. And it doesn't look like it. So outlasting poison is a viable strategy. Everything in this forest poisons. Some sort of mud man. Okay, so their bite is what poisons. Yeah. See what the Mudman can do. Oh, goblins. Interesting. That was 2 attacks. Of course they can poison as well. So Alex can just attack twice now? Skate song. Worth remembering. I'll be so happy when we're not dealing with poison every fight. I got stuck on a rock. Look at that. 2 enemies dead in a single turn from 1 character. That's great. Love that. Nice. Dragon Master, Teak. We're not slaying dragons. We're, I think, friends to the dragons. I think. God damn it. I think it's biologically concerning when this one monster has its eye where its mouth is, but its mouth is also there. Like, that's a little bit... Ah, chest. Strange. Oh no, a goblin ambush. Yeah, probably. Yeah, give us a hand if you would, please. Okay, so it's at least a four character party. Wow. Oh. Ooh. Alright. So this guy gets 3 attacks. Oh, he's level 99. What?
What a hapless bunch you are! You're lucky I happened to come along when I did. Didn't you know that these woods were ridiculously dangerous for ordinary travelers? Are you lost? Or out for a picnic? What? An adventure?
What, right here? Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Well, nice or not, he's level 99, so if he wants to kill us, I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about it. Oh, Ramus is gone. Need plenty of food. And rest. Maybe Ramus is more qualified for this. Come on now. A lot more sense. This is rude, Lunar. Can you do 2 attacks in 1 turn? Insulting my skills when she can't even do 2 attacks in a single turn. So rude. Explosion staff. Tranquil song. What do they do? Easy pressure attack. Heals friends. Multi-target cure, I guess. Nice. No, I don't know where that goes. Where that comes from. There we go. Excellent. So we head south to Scythe, they said? Safe? Safe? Is this safe? Excellent. Hello. El Mel. Oh. See, that's an interesting point. We brought up earlier how strange it is. Like, oh yeah, the journey of the four great heroes and such being something that happened within our lifetime in this game. And the end result of that is something that's also really uncommon. Having those previous heroes be characters you can interact with during the course of the story. It's a cool idea and I like it. And your party finishes your own journey. I don't know, I mean... You could really do anything after finishing your journey, couldn't you? South. Right. Like, you could settle down and have a quiet life, you could become a ruler, you could become a hermit. You could continue adventuring. It's always something that really... It's an idea that only really exists in JRPGs, generally. The idea of, like, in the course of your journey, you've covered the entire world. So continuing the journey is kind of pointless. Skies of Arcadia is a nice exception to that. It's like, yeah, in the course of your journey, you did travel the entire world. You proved yourself to be the greatest pirate. And you had the most powerful ship. And in the end, they decide, yeah, let's continue adventuring anyway. Isn't sailing right now. A little young for me, kid. Lunar, she's like 10. Calm yourself, jeez. Lunar just out here insulting everyone with an X chrome. Insulting everyone with 2 X chromosomes who looks in Alex's general direction. They ship all the jewels in the world? Strange. I know of some of the 4 heroes. He's gone now. Does that mean he's dead, or, like, he's somewhere else? Or he's, like, missing? Disappeared into the world. Hell, Mel. She's not young, but she's certainly beautiful. Okay. Hello. What do you got? Real sword. Length does matter. Kinky yet comfy. Reinforced rawhide. Excellent. Let's give a bunch of this to Nal. There we go. Everyone hates you, Nal. Cool, where's your little brother? Oh, it was the kid downstairs, alright. A bunch of books on the floor. Didn't mean you know. Now you're constantly flying. Why are your paws dirty? Yeah, it's just chicken. Chicken filchers. What a term. Yeah, I don't think so. Lunar, what the fuck is your problem? Alright, further south. A lady who's a good singer. Really? Because the thought in my mind is that we're going to get taken for a ride on that diamond. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. See, if you want to do something like that, we do have the sound alerts, or the sound commands.
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
Talking to his bear. What about this wonderful flying cat that I have? Okay, time to leave. Hasn't been beaten for over 20 years. Well, that explains why the ship isn't going anywhere. The Hispaniola. I seem to have gambled it away. Am I gonna have to go and out-gamble this infamous gambler who hasn't lost in 20 years? Sounds like a bad idea. Alright. Feels like a bad idea there, buddy. The Remus's plan was to just beat him up. Cool, but we don't have the sea chart. Please don't shove me again. I bruise quite easily and I'm a bleeder. But please don't beat me up, child. It's true, he said if we gambled with him, we could talk about the sea chart. I remember it like it was yesterday. And that's how it happened. Old woman, forest northwest. She gave you a fortune cane? What? Alright, now I can hold on to that. I can also hold on to that because it is of no use to me. Alright, guess we're gonna go and talk to this old woman. Said northwest. Yeah, it looks like where I want to go. So I mentioned before that I did play this for a few hours previously. This is as far as I got. Before I just ended up not continuing for whatever reason. You know, the usual thing of me being like, I started this game and then I didn't go back to it. Like when I played that 5 hours of Tales of Berseria and then just didn't go back to it. Even though I was enjoying it. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us for today. I'm liking this. This has been pretty enjoyable so far. I like how grinding hasn't felt necessary yet. Which is good. I'm definitely glad I chose to do this Unworking Designs patched version. I look forward to playing more of this. Solid life choice, generally, yeah. Think, when you streamed Alundra, you did the Unworking Designs patched version, didn't you? Did you? I forget. Yeah. So it's worth noting that when I did it, it was notably harder because Working Designs had increased the difficulty. So as much as I know you didn't really enjoy that game, like, it could have been worse for you. And that's the kind of thing we aim to avoid here. Apparently the Working Designs changes to Silhouette Mirage are, like, really bad. I don't think I have an Unworking Designs patched version of that, actually. I have an Unworking Designs version of Lunar, Lunar 1, Lunar 2 on PlayStation, Pop for Mail, I don't think I have Silhouette Mirage. I hope you'll join us later this year when we do Alundra 2, Teak. That might be more something you'd enjoy. It's so different to Alundra 1. And I don't think it's as good, but I still think it's a really enjoyable game that I quite like. That is unfairly maligned pretty much entirely because it's called Alundra 2. So people go into it expecting more Alundra and it's not. And you might like that. I like the game as it is anyway. Fun fact, we do that, we'll be doing that on easy. Specifically because easy is the original Japanese difficulty. And again, it runs into the same problem of the regular starting game enemies take like 5 hits on normal mode. A mode that didn't exist in the Japanese version. It's too much. It's not difficulty, it's time wasting more than anything else. That's the problem. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Flame, Teak, Klim, Squall. I feel like there was somebody else, but it turns out there wasn't. Yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Chat is always best part of the stream. We'll be back either tomorrow or Thursday with more of this. I know previously I've done the thing of like alternating games, but for this year I want to just focus on one game at a time. And look forward to when we finish this, when we'll be doing Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere, which promises to be an extended playthrough, because we'll be going for all of the endings. So that is 5 playthroughs, I think. And the reason I'm willing to do that is they diverge, the pathways diverge into completely separate levels. Which I think gives it the replay value it needs to justify doing 5 endings. So that's pretty good, look forward to that. But yeah. In the meantime, there's not really anything else to say, except thank you all for watching, have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. Catch you next time, guys. Bye.